Olivia and Shea, saludos from Puerto Rico. Congratulations on your new film, and thank you for taking a little bit of your time to talk to me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
So, Olivia, long time of your fan of your work. In the film, you portray a hardworking single mother trying to stay afloat, and then suddenly going on the run with your daughter. So, I wanted to ask you, what aspect or trait of Dahlia were you looking forward the most to explore through your performance on screen?
I was really looking forward to playing someone who is living life in a lot of fear and constant anxiety, but has to suppress all of that just to survive. That she is somebody who literally lives paycheck to paycheck, fear to fear, survival to survival. It's every single moment. And someone who really doesn't trust anyone. And I felt like there was something very solitary about that I love, but also within our world and our story, the fact that it's in this thriller, it made it very exciting. But within that thriller, there's Shea's character, and that was a real love of mine was his character. And watching that, there's my character who doesn't trust anyone and who's really learned to live life on her own, and that's just for survival. And then there's Shea's character who comes in and is the first person that she could really ever trust and lean on, and she doesn't even know how to even accept that trust and that love.
Yeah, and I thought you did a great job, so it shows. Shea, a long time fan of your work also, and the film you portray Parker, a character that it seems doesn't know how to take care of himself, but he goes out and helps everybody else. So, and which to me is fascinating. Was this particular character trait something that that attracted you to the project, and why? And also, man, I gotta say, you have to be one of the coolest actors to smoke on screen of all time. I just wanted to add that.
Well, thank you, man. It's a pleasure being here with you. I concur. I think she did an amazing job. These are not easy roles to play. People think they just kind of magically happen. They don't. You have to go there. You have to be willing to go there. And she did, and Frank Grillo did, and Bruce Dern. I play wounded characters a lot. I'm attracted to that. I like to get thrown into the deep end and see how these characters get out. I like that. I think this thing has a lot of love in it as well, though. I think there's a lot of love between myself and Dahlia. I think there's a lot of love between myself and my father, and even her husband, who's coming out and he wants it from her, and she's not able to give it. I think. And then on top of that, we're riding a crime thriller. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going to happen until the very end. So I think we give, it's like those. I keep harping back to those '70s films, but I love those. I love Jimmy Caan, early Caan. I love The Godfathers. I love all the real. It's gritty, and and people can relate to it. So
definitely. Before wrapping up, guys. You guys in this film get to work with a veteran legend actor, Bruce Dern. So I wanted to ask you both, was this experience of working with him, and if you took something home that you learned from Mr. Dern while filming on set? Let's start with Olivia.
It would be too difficult to say one thing I learned, like specifically from his mouth, because this man has lived 1,000 lives and he remembers every single one of them, and he can tell you so many stories. But the one thing that I could take away in general from just working with him is that it doesn't matter how old you are, that you show up to set and you're excited about it and you do the work. And as Shea says all the time, like, leave blood on the floor, that we get there. And at Bruce's age, and as much as he does, and as in demand as he is still, he comes to work every day on this like low budget film where there's no money in it. We're all showing up just for the passion of movie making and for this story. And that guy, he's a true leader in just the sense that he shows up and does the work and wants to be there.
How about you, Shea?
Yeah, it's the same thing, man. It's as good as it gets. I've had a chance to knock down a couple of these guys like the De Niro's and Derns, and he's right. I don't know, you call it kind of like lifting the stones. He's lifting and see what's under that. He's curious. What are they doing? He's curious about her. He would pepper her about, I remember, what's your, like, where are you from? How'd you come to this, Olivia? And I'd see him out there. I just would watch and see them talking. And mean, Olivia's strength is she's strong. She's strong as shit in real life, and she's smart. You have to be vulnerable in this piece, and you have to, kind of strip and shed and unzip, and you do that with Dern, and she does it, and I just jumped in. I jumped right in with him.
That sounds awesome, guys. So again, congratulations on your new film, and thank you for taking a little bit of your time to talk to me. I appreciate it. Stay safe, and saludos from Puerto Rico.